secondary level. Code number for this subject is 317. Today we are going to do lesson number 6. The name of the lesson is on the screen. It is Fundamental Rights. This word, now let us understand abolition of titles. Titles like Raja or Maharaja are prohibited to use in India, and also the citizens of India are not allowed to take any other title from foreign countries. So we can say that this is the rule, that we all are equal. So that is why there is abolition of title. You all have to follow this rule. This is a law. We cannot even copy a title from the other countries. Besides this, there are some awards like Padma Bhushan Award or Padma Vibhushan Award or Padma Shri Award. These are the special awards which are given to the citizens of India in various sectors like art, science, literature, and some other field of work. If a person is doing very good in some special area, then those top performers are given these awards. These awards are given by our Indian government. And all these awards are not under Article 18 of our Indian Constitution. All these 3 awards which we just discussed, they are given for the distinguished and exceptional services in those fields. So the meaning of the title, the meaning of the abolition of title is the prohibition of any type of title that are causing inequality in the social dimension. So that is the main purpose of abolition of title. So this Article 18 explains about abolition of titles in our society. Now this title, as we just discussed the abolition of title, a title means something which we put along with our name, like we can say the suffix or the prefix. We all know that the title is defined as a thing that is hanging with the name of one person, which comes before our name or after our name. And in India, we have a democratic country. So democracy cannot create any title, and this goes against our social equality. So the regulation of abolition of the title is developing to avoid this social inequality. Now let us now understand the right to freedom. This has 6 sub-explanations. The first point explains that we all have freedom of speech and expression. The second point, which comes under right to freedom, explains that we all have freedom to assemble peacefully without arms. Arms here means weapons and the instruments which can destroy the things or the other people. The third point which comes under right to freedom is that we all have freedom to form associations or unions. The fourth point which comes under right to freedom is that we all have freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India. The fifth point which comes under right to freedom is that freedom to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India. The sixth point which comes under our right to freedom is that we all have freedom to practice any work, any job, any profession, or to carry on any occupation, any trade, any business. So all these 1 to 6 points we will discuss in detail now. The first point, which was under the topic of freedom to speech, is freedom of expression. Under the freedom of speech and expression, explains that we all have right of freedom of speech and expression. It explains that every citizen has the right to express his or her views, opinions, beliefs, whatever he has in his mind. And this point explains that we all have freedom to assemble peacefully and form any association, any NGO. It is our right. And government cannot interfere in forming any NGO, forming any association. So freedom of peaceful assembly is guaranteed by our government and also the First Amendment of the Constitution. As we all know that we have freedom of association, and this is the right of the person to join with other group of people. For example, we all are deaf and we all can join any NGO, any group. So it is our right. Government does not interfere in our work. So joining any community, any association is allowed. It is the freedom we all have that we can form any union, any association as per our choice. Freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India. This is also one of the right of freedom. In case the person has to move to other state, the person is allowed. But also, there are sometimes some special laws that the person cannot leave the country, or there are some restrictions given, but that is also in certain circumstances. Also, there is a freedom to reside and settle in any part of the country within our Indian territory. We all have freedom that we can settle in any state, any village, anywhere. But it is subject to reasonable restrictions by the state because of interest of the general public, or you can say for the protection of the scheduled tribes, because there are certain safeguards as are envisaged here, and this seems justified to protect indigenous and tribal people. Because protecting the community is important, and safeguarding them, protecting them is very important for any country, that all the citizens, all the people who are the member of their community, they should be safe. also the freedom to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade, or business is also allowed. And this right is guaranteed by the Constitution under Article 19(1)(g). This article states that all the citizens have right to practice any profession as per our choice, to carry on any occupation, trade, or business. So, it is the right. And the basic intention of this fundamental right is to evolve socio-economic strengthening throughout the country, at all the places. Now, this is a right to education. Right to education means that education is the fundamental right of every individual. And it is the government's responsibility to ensure that individuals are able to exercise their rights. Thank you. Namaskar.